This is your boy, the umpire. Today, I'm not making an episode of Loud and Clear. I might stutter a little because I'm very, very much in my feelings right now. I'm very, very sorry if this video comes off a bit ranty, if that is a word. But what is going on right now in South Africa is very, very, very disgusting, and it shows that we haven't made any progress. Africa has been independent for how long now? For the most part, most African countries have been independent for at least going to 60 years. And the same holds true for every African country. We are not making much progress. I cannot imagine that in 2019, people are still carrying out xenophobic attacks on other Africans. It's not even the fact that it's other Africans, it's just no human being, white, black, yellow, green, whatever you are, no human being deserves the kind of treatment that South Africans, I'm not generalizing, but those who are doing what they are doing, they know who they are. But no human being on earth, not even criminals, deserve the kind of treatment that some South Africans are handing out to their fellow Africans on South African soil. And the excuse they normally present is that they are attacking the criminals. So you want to tell me that all the people that have been victims of these xenophobic attacks have been criminals? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Or are you trying to tell me that you are fighting crime and there are no South African criminals? Is that what you guys are trying to tell me? Or even if you want to fight crime, what happened to law and order? What happened to reporting crimes to the authorities? What happened to due process? What happened to the justice system? Is this how you go about fighting crimes? Committing crimes? Is this how you go about fighting crime? Destroying other people's properties? I'm not saying it's permissible anywhere in this world, but it's very, very shameful, especially for a country like South Africa, that we all know the struggles they went through to get to their independence. And we know how the other African countries played roles in liberating the blacks in South Africa. And these are the same people going about killing their fellow black men in South Africa. We all know the struggles you guys went through. We all know the oppression you guys had to bear. And we all know the parts that we played in the independence that you enjoy today. And this is how you pay everybody back. By killing people, innocent people for that matter. All in the name of fighting crime. All in the name of killing drug dealers and traffickers. Is this it? It's very shameful. When does this stop? This is not the first time. It is not the second time. It is not the third time. When does this stop? What use is the African Union? How can people go around acting in impunity? How? Honestly, I do not understand anymore. I do not understand. We expect people to respect us when we do not even respect ourselves. How can we go about crying about racism? How can we go about crying about oppression? Crying about discrimination and so many other things when we do not even respect one another? How? It's shameful. Very, very shameful. Very, very, very shameful. It breaks my heart to see the kind of treatment that some South Africans, again, I'm not generalizing because this video is not to motivate anger on South Africans in general. This is just to condemn the people that insist on these heinous crimes. These are criminals, and they should be punished as such. And until the African Union begin to say something in regards to the crimes that are being committed by many South Africans in South Africa against other Africans, they are not the only country in Africa that have foreigners in their country. Until the African Union begin to address it with sanctions, then for me, there is no African Union. It's quite unfortunate that even the president of Nigeria, he's quick to react when it has to do with cattle rearing. He's quick to react when it has to do with the budget padding and so many other things that they enjoy doing there in their Aso Rock. But when they are killing your citizens, you cannot even as much as make a statement. Isn't this shameful? What have we become? Even in our independence, we cannot stand each other. And we expect people to take our struggles seriously. We expect people to hear our cry and listen. How do we convince people, the same people that have seen us to be animals, the same people that have seen us to be uncultured barbarians, how do we convince them that we are not what they think we are? With this kind of behavior, how do we convince them that we are not animals? Because even animals do not behave like this. How? This is madness. Madness. But in the same breath, I must say that crime is not the answer to crime. So as for any Nigerian that is going around destroying properties in Nigeria as reaction to the xenophobic attacks in South Africa, that is madness, I must tell you. That is madness. I do not care if you're angry, but destroying properties or harming individuals in Nigeria is not the solution. Our government should take the proper action. Man, I'm just fed up. I'm just fed up. I don't even know what to say. If I keep going, I'll just keep going round in circles and I'll keep ranting. But it's very shameful that we Africans, we still do not know how to go about handling our problems. We still resort to violence every time. Every time. Every time. It seems like we cannot dialogue. It seems we cannot just sit down and arrive at a conclusion that is mutually acceptable. It seems like we cannot find any other way to resolve our differences. We always have to go to fighting and killing people. It's heartbreaking. Very, very heartbreaking. But we must say no to violence. If you are against the attacks in South Africa, you must not respond with violence. Because you wouldn't be any better than those people carrying out those attacks. So, please, my people, let's be reasonable. Let's stop this nonsense. For goodness sake, the world is moving forward and we are still heading backwards into the Stone Ages. What good is it to us? This must stop. I don't even know what to say. This is your boy, the umpire, signing out. I don't know what to say. Just see you in the next one.